Oh hey, it's me, Staria. There I was, getting ready to go through the day doing my usual thing and surpassing all the obstacles ahead of me, not letting anything stop me. But then the sleep paralysis kicked in and I just couldn't take it anymore, knowing that I wasn't able to talk about this because of the sleep paralysis. On February 27th of 2018, we got Ragdoll Universe, and that was the day I realized I likely lack basic motor skills, because goddammit, I do not know how to play this game. This is around the time the whole Ragdoll engine craze really popped off, and I have to say, I never really got the hype, honestly, until it was when I realized these games were used for online dating and whatever these fucking monsters were. But I'm rambling, let's get into the meat of this Ragdoll game, at least before the paralysis kicks in again. Ragdoll Universe, developed by Lightning Splash, L-Splash for short, is a fast-paced third-person, first-person shooter based around playing as a floppy ragdoll. You see why I told you I likely lack basic motor functions? Where you and 14 other people drop down in one of 20 maps. The game is round-centered in mayhem mode and has you roam around picking all sorts of equipment to help you out when fighting. Where's my weapon? Where is it? Well, this one does have knuckles. The round system is vote-based, meaning every intermission you get, you can vote for a map and also add a modifier if you have VIP, depending on the map you choose. Like Legendary, which just gives you legendary weapons. Blizzard. It's snowy as shit! Oh my god! Lava. Stormy Night. Ooh, spooky. And my personal favorite, Unbalanced, which if it wasn't obvious, is one of the most nonsensical, insane, batshit modifier modes I've played, and I love playing it every time. And you might be asking, why the hell would you want me to play the game worse and more intense for not only you, but other players? Well, why do I wake up in the morning? Answer that, bitch. Why the hell not? The weapons in this game are straight up mental. You have your generic average guns like AK-47s and shotguns, but you also have plunger bombs to a laser bomb, and guess what that does? It does that. The weapons range from legendary to dog shit. I hate the blunderbuss, also known as bitch. This hunk of Civil War memorabilia absolutely sucks. The reload takes forever, and personally, I can't properly aim when I have severe carpal tunnel syndrome and everyone's body is turning 360 degrees constantly within every single second. I would rank them, but since there's over 50 unique weapons and items, I'm just gonna talk about my favorites, and not because I can't count to 100. Suppressed Machine Gun shoots very clear shots and I can tell what I'm hitting. Rapid Machine Pistol is next, and it's a machine pistol with an insane fire rate. Now for the Lifesteal Core, which is exactly like the Laser Core, but it does exactly what it says. It does that, but that's not all. We also have the Briefcase, which, it's just nukes. And these weapons are a joy to use because trust me, I'm probably deranged. Then there are the mystery weapons, which I really don't think some of these should even count as a weapon. Like this is just a trumpet, but a trumpet for the deranged. And a foam finger, yes, a foam finger, but for the deranged. And now welcome to my
item number 10, we have Deadshot. It's Red Dead Redemption. Number 9, number 3, number 8, Lemonade. When life gives you lemons, throw them at civilians to watch them explode. And at number 1, we have Laser Core, because it's fucking cool.
And that's when 2020 me found out he can't be a good YouTuber with the iPhone XR and a shitty video editing app that sucks ass. But you know what doesn't suck? Exactly, cosmetics. The shop has a large variety of cosmetics such as different faces, hats, hairs, and emotes. No cosmetic weapons though, so fail! Now on to Endless Mode, which if you can't tell, is endless. Like my carpal tunnel syndrome. Oh! What do you expect? It's an endless game mode. But I actually do appreciate it for the fact that it's a good source for allowing players to practice more as much as they want, and the servers have a higher capacity, so it allows people to be more chaotic as well. Since there's no incentive of winning, it really is just to practice your movement, your aim, just everything. But Staria, you might be asking, why talk about this game? Who cares? Well, for one, I care about it because I told you it's one of my favorite games, which I didn't. That's the first time I've lied today. And also, would you like it if I shit on you for your favorite game? If it was like, I don't know, Royal High? Okay, well, I'm really not good at this game. The movement involved here is so insanely crazy that the fact that if this was done with a real human person, here are the points that they would probably die before actually getting a kill. Like here, 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 and here. So that's why I got my buddy Rock to record some footage for me because I'm bad at shooters and I'm also not glued to my chair despite my chair saying otherwise. On to the boss fight in the game, which is saying a lot because it's not out yet since it's only an October exclusive, and you know, I probably could have just made this a Halloween special, or does forcing them at gunpoint work too? Don't move your seats, cause Staria will be right back after this short message. Man, I really like this content creator, but I don't know how I'm able to support them financially. Well, do I have the solution for you? Introducing the brand new Patreon. It's been out for 2 months. How the fuck did you get in my house? Here at Staria's Galaxy, there are 3 ways to support me. By joining the clubs. The Star Club for only $5 is just the normal general way to support me with small benefits, like getting a role in the Discord and having your name at the end of a video. And then we have the Cosmic Star Club, which gives you access to work-in-progress updates, exclusive voting power, and previous perks from the Star Club tier. And finally, the Supernova Star Club, which gives you early access to videos a day before they're released. May or may not be the final product depending on the day I'm uploading because I want to work on it and making sure it's better for everybody. Fan video requests, behind the scenes content, and ad-free videos, which means like this kind of segment that you would see in the actual public upload is just not on the Patreon. And with that, I'm betting you'd want to support me at patreon.com/Staria987. Anyways, back to the video. Welcome back to more Staria. This guy's got huge hair.
The jack-o'-lantern. The chocolate ice.
It's that time of the month, and you know what that means? I get to chase people in murderer costumes with no real-world repercussions. I hereby apologize to all the families I traumatized with this costume. I was unaware and uninformed that wearing a Johnny Flesh costume was still one of the most horrifying things known to mankind. And with that, I'm sorry. Well, with that over with, it's Halloween, and you know what that means? It's finally time to discuss the Halloween update to RAGDOLL universe. Yes, I waited a month for this. What the f do you want from me? The new Halloween update brings new accessories, limited weapons, and a full-on boss fight against the pumpkin. And 2 new limited maps, the Haunted Manor and Pumpkin Patch. The Haunted Manor was specifically made for the Halloween event, and if you can't tell, it's a reference to the Haunted Mansion made by Shedletsky in 2007. Candy is the secondary limited currency in the game. It's best used to purchase the Halloween accessories. In the shop, I bought a hernia. Also, the candies can give you an effect that pretty much just stuns you for a few seconds and deals damage. The boss known as Pumpkin, watch how you say that, is the one and only boss for the entire game. And it's also a limited boss, and I honestly find that pretty stupid really. Like, I'd understand if there was already a pre-existing boss that exists outside of the Halloween event and it was just in the base game, but the fact that I need to wait until October, not to mention the fact that they're starting to slow down on updates to work on other games, is really sad to me, because this boss is genuinely really great when I'm not distracted by a hernia. The pumpkin's attacks are just brutal. You got bat blasts, which are just a bunch of bats that fly around and deal 1 tick damage per second, Jacko blasts, Hallows beam, an orbital strike if it was spooky, and the pumpkin's turrets, which only spawn once the boss's health is at 50%, and they will end up shooting weak rocket projectiles at random players, and they need to be destroyed before the pumpkin boss returns to the surface, and their health depends on how many players there are in the match. Oh, and the pumpkin can take away items when he switches places on the map. I forgot to mention that, making it a pretty difficult but enjoyable boss fight, with the downside being that you will only be able to play it for as long as a month. I'd love for there to be one final update that brings a brand new boss for outside of Halloween, because stuff like this is really fun, and it's sad to see that they're going to be slowing down updates so they can work on doors. Yeah, I know I could have talked about it this month, but honestly, I'd get like 6 minutes at most. It's not really worth it. Speaking of updates, a new update was released, which introduced brand new items. The energy shield, which can reflect bullets and projectiles. Also this bullshit, but who cares? And I'd love to also see something with what Item Asylum does, where you can gain access to an admin panel in a VIP server to gain exclusive broken items just to have fun with your friends. And honestly, I feel like you guys should fix the modifier options, because there are points where when a round ends, it's just the same 2 options over and over again. Like, I get it, it probably changes because you pick a modifier, but I'd like for there to be a chance where it just constantly randomizes. I don't want to apply these mods. These mods suck. Let me be in a war zone that has explosions and lasers being shot every 5 seconds and not get the option for siphon over and over and over and over again. I want my rounds to be stupidly chaotic because keep in mind, I am direct. And that's where we're ending it off, as I could ramble on and on about this game all day, but I really can't. I'm on the clock here, man. This game really showed me that I may not be good at shooter games and probably confirmed to me that I have carpal tunnel, but what it really showed me is that you can make such a great game with such a basic idea as just a ragdoll holding a gun. The guns, the items, the modifiers, all of that together, and you get what I think is one hell of a time. After that review, I'm kind of just tired now. Okay, what is that? Open, I say. Open!
Barrel system, Havoc Beam, trademark.
The BBC. The BBC. The BBC. The BBC. The BBC. The BBC.